Africa has so much potential. Ghana and Norway, to me, are almost similar countries. That might surprise many when I say that. I mean, the people are very nationalistic. The endowment of natural resources. Ghanaians are looking towards Norway to pick those key lessons, how they can manage their own.
Investing here is not like investing in Norway. It's not like investing in any other country. It's like investing in Ghana. So you need to know the country, you need to know the legislation, you need to know more about the politics, the long-term development policies of this government.
I think it's important before you go into an environment to understand the people, their psyche, their pride points, their culture, etc., before anything else. If you don't, you will fail.
You need patience because it takes time. If you are able to do that and you have faith in your own project, this is a good place to be.
Most of our developing economies are focusing on the primary end of the chain, not adding sufficient value to capture much of the economics in the chain. So for example, we're the second largest producer of cocoa in the world. Most cocoa that we export is exported in raw or near raw form. There is some processing activity, but not a lot of it. In terms of value captured in the economics of the cocoa value chain, the country ends up getting very little.
Private sector is a key driver for development in Ghana.
I think what most businesses need here is a patient equity partner that can grow with them, help grow the business.
It's politically stable, the economy is getting much more stable now, macroeconomic stability is coming. They have resources, they have a relatively well-educated population, they are strategically situated. President Akufo-Addo and Norwegian Prime Minister Solberg, they are co-chairs of the high-level panel of advocates for the Sustainable Development Goals. So that's why I'm always wearing this little pin to illustrate that. We see eye to eye on all of this. I mean, we are coastal states, both of us. We depend on clean water. We have extensive fisheries. So in all of this, we are very, very close. And of course, it's really a foundation for our cooperation, and very interesting and very exciting to see how Ghana use the SDGs as the basis for their budgeting, for their planning. That's something that we really encourage, and we encourage more countries to look at Ghana and to learn from that.
The youth, they are the assets of the country, really.
I see where the world is going. Forget blockchain, forget Bitcoin, forget robotics, okay? But it's going there. My kids don't want to enter a banking hall. They want to do everything by their handheld device. And the demographics of this country tell you that people between the ages of 35 and 18 are about 40-something% of the population. You're talking 60% of the population, millennials. So when you see that, you must rejig your vision.
And those are the people who are going to really propel the country. And when you're talking about private initiative, I think any government will do right by their people by investing in that age group.
You've got a lot of FDI coming into the country, so a lot of business travelers coming in. And I think the hospitality industry is geared towards looking after the business traveler. However, where I see the opportunity is in the leisure market. And Ghana's got a long coastline. Accra's got a long coastline that can be developed into leisure resorts.
The major source of revenue is the internal tourism. They should actually create a condition for the citizens to enjoy their own country internally.
I mean, we the people of Ghana are beginning to understand tourism and the need to conserve. And everybody's not curious to visit Mole National Park and also to see wildlife.
They've been doing walking safaris in this park for almost 50 years. So what's happened is the old bulls have become very comfortable with humans both on foot and in a vehicle, and you can get much closer to elephants here than any other park in Africa.
Sometimes I am on my desk at the front office, and then guests call in and they don't have an idea about what we're doing here. I mean, the local peoples especially. So when you say that, oh, I mean, what we do here is that we send you on safari to go see the animals, and they're like, wow, really? So that is what is happening, you know.
Africa is very diverse with different people, different cultures, but we are one people. I think Ghana to me is the seed that maybe might bring all of us together. We have to unite to be able to take advantage of our strengths. The core encryption of me is to love Ghana. And by loving Ghana, I love the world.